This is my new story, The Lake House. In the very first moments of this film, we see a mist-covered Finnish lake at dawn. There's a dense pine forest all around it, and there are these sort of scattered, decaying wooden cabins that appear to be abandoned. We also see these footprints by the shore, and they're left by something or someone who has just walked into the mist. It's a few hours later now, and our main character, Thomas Wake, played by Tom Hopper, he is making his way to the shore. He's got a lantern, and the wind is already beginning to pick up. He tries to start a fire, but it doesn't really catch. Instead, it just creates a lot of smoke, which drifts eerily through the trees. As the wind picks up further, so does the sound of the waves. And the lantern is swinging in the wind as he looks out onto the lake. Suddenly, the light flickers, revealing those footprints in the wet sand. He drops his lantern and runs over to them, bends down to try and brush some of the dirt away, but it's no good. They've been made by something big, 4 large toes and then a tail, something wild, something big has been here. He turns and runs back to the fire, desperately trying to get it started, but whatever it was, it must have smelled him, because suddenly it comes bursting out of the trees. It's big and hairy, and it makes a mad dash for him before crashing off screen. He runs away. Thomas finds a cabin and hides inside. And as he does, we learn from flashbacks that he wasn't always like this. He used to be a man of science, a rationalist. He used to not believe in things that he couldn't see, things that he couldn't prove. But now he is clearly scared of what he has seen. Now, outside, the wind continues to pick up, and the rain begins to fall in earnest. In the morning, he wakes up in the cabin and goes to look outside, but it's now all just peaceful. The fire has gone out. The footprints are gone. Was it all just a dream? He opens the door and steps outside. That's when he sees it, the shape of a man in the mud by the water. But when he goes closer, it's clear it's just a log. But then he sees another one, and as he moves from log to log, they form a path into the forest, and this path leads him deeper and deeper into the woods. The logs lead him to a clearing, and in the center of the clearing is a massive tree with the logs forming a circle around it. And then in front of the tree is a mound of earth. He runs over to it, starts to dig it away with his bare hands. Beneath the surface, there's a wooden box. He pricks his finger while opening it, and blood starts dripping down into the box. Inside the box is a leather journal. He pulls it out, blows away the dust, and sits down on a nearby log to read it. But the moment he touches it, the ink begins to bleed. He looks up at the tree and realizes that the date of the last entry is today's date, the date that he found the footprints by the lake. As he walks back along the path, the wind begins to pick up again, ruffling the leaves in the trees. The rain starts falling again. He shivers. He pulls his collar tighter around himself and runs back to the cabin. Suddenly the door bursts open, and he runs out of the cabin in terror, screaming for help. But no one is there. There is no one else here. He is alone. He collapses to his knees, and the camera slowly zooms in on his face, revealing that he is old, very old. His eyes are vacant and staring, completely lost in some distant place. The last thing we see is a flashback to a younger version of Thomas, standing in almost the exact same spot, watching as a horse pulls his wagon into the clearing. I want to show you the rest of the film. It's only about 5 minutes long, so let's go ahead and do that now. Back at the cabin, he rummages around inside. He finds a gun, and he takes it outside, points it at his head, but he can't bring himself to pull the trigger. He throws the gun back down and walks back into the trees. He comes across a clearing, and there's another cabin in the middle of it. He runs over to it and pushes the door open. Inside is a woman. She is young and beautiful. She doesn't seem to notice him at all. She's just sitting there staring into the distance. He asks her if she's real or if he's just imagining her. She tells him that it doesn't matter, and then she asks him why he came to this place, to which he replies that he didn't know, that he was lost. She tells him that they don't stay here anymore. They left years ago. And then she tells him that he should leave too, because once you come here, it never lets you go. He begs her to come with him, but she says that she can't. She's cursed to walk this earth until her sister's body is found. He wants to help her, but she warns him against it, saying that it would only drag him down into madness. Still, he promises to find her sister's body, and then he will take her home with him. As he turns to leave, she calls his name and tells him to be careful, because the forest changes every day. The trees whisper secrets and shift their shapes. He thinks about what she said, wonders if he even knows what he's doing. He walks back towards the lake, deeper and deeper into the forest. The trees begin to press in on him, and the branches are scraping against his skin. He stumbles and falls to his knees, and then looking up, he sees the footprints again, right there in front of him, the 4 large toes and then the tail. He closes his eyes, screams in terror, and then collapses forward. We hear the crunch of leaves beneath heavy footsteps, and then we hear the snapping of a twig. Then nothing. The next morning, sunlight streams through the trees onto the forest floor. Birds are tweeting and chirping. Everything seems at peace. Suddenly, the camera pans up to reveal a bird's eye view of the clearing with the massive tree in the center, and surrounding that tree is the circle of logs. Then the camera slowly zooms out to reveal that the clearing is actually just a small part of the forest. We realize how truly insignificant Thomas was, how utterly insignificant we all are. And then the screen fades to black. If you enjoyed this video, please do me a favor and hit the thumbs up button. That really helps my channel. Also, if you haven't yet seen my other short films, I put links to them on the screen right now. Thanks for watching. I will see you in the next video.